What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Got us a story. You know, it's Friday, and we got us a story out of Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. And the Memphis PD is at it again, man. Man, listen, Memphis cops don't give a F. And today I'm going to talk about a story involving this brother right here. God bless him. Man, you see up here, I don't know his age, but his name is Mario Shaw. And he has quite a story to tell you and quite a lawsuit against the city, among other lawsuits that are piling up from scrupulous police activity. Ladies and gentlemen, last year, this man got into it with his neighbor, right? Over the neighbor's dog coming in his yard and using the bathroom on his lawn. The neighbor called the police. The police come, and this guy right here, and luckily he had a ring cam. And that's the thing, if you guys got homes, get you a ring cam because they capture a lot. And this saved him in this situation where these cops came up and they got into it. And one of the cops just ran up on him, and he started fighting on him. Then another cop came. They mollywopped this dude. No offense, sir. They mollywopped you on your own front porch. And I don't really see nothing wrong with what, you know, it didn't even have to come to that. Nothing led up that should have led up to that happening. But they beat this guy up like common thugs. And the police department is saying they did no wrong. You be the judge of this. This right here is something that shouldn't happen to anybody, man. This is crazy. They out of control out there in Memphis, man.
A Fraser man says his life changed in seconds, and it was all caught on camera. Mario Shaw says he was beaten, bitten, hit several times, and tased in his own front yard. He says a call from his neighbor brought 2 police officers to his home, and now the homeowner plans to sue the police department. ABC 24's Yvonne Cooper shows us what unfolded next and what prompted an internal investigation. It's a story you will only see on ABC 24 News.
The video that we're about to show you is graphic, but Mario Shaw wants you to see it. He told me that he did not have a gun and he didn't threaten the officers. Now he's demanding justice and accountability.
Get out of my yard. Please.
I'm on the phone. I'm standing on my front porch requesting for a supervisor to come. That's when I got attacked.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
This Ring doorbell footage shows a Memphis police officer run toward this man, grab him, and throw him off of his own porch.
Come on, get out! Get out on the ground!
That man is Mario Shaw.
I was treated like an animal in my front porch. I just... it's overwhelming for me.
14 seconds into this video, Shaw is seen struggling with the officer. Another officer runs up and pulls his taser, while the first officer punches Shaw in the back of the head at least 5 times. The video shows the second officer kick Shaw in the back. Then Shaw says one officer bit him.
He took one bite. Then he went in for a second bite, and that's when I felt it then. I yelled out.
Everybody fire me, yo!
Shaw was treated for his injuries at Regional 1. In July 2024, he was then cuffed and booked on 4 charges, including assault on a first responder.
I stayed in jail, I think, about maybe a week, or a little bit over a week, and it was hard for me. I felt that the system had let me down.
But months later, in December, Judge Christian R. Johnson dismissed all charges against Shaw.
He dismissed it because the affidavit stated that I assaulted the officer. And once he saw the video, he noticed that all of it was made up.
Moments before officers arrived at his home, Shaw said that he had an argument with a neighbor whose dog ran onto his yard. One police report states that the 2 men had disagreements in the past because of their dogs, but this time, the neighbor called police. According to the affidavit and a police report, officers Taiwan Brooks and Kevin Shannon came to Shaw's home. The documents state that the officers believe Shaw was possibly armed, meaning they thought he might have a gun, based on a statement that was made from a neighbor. Shaw said that he didn't, and there isn't a gun visible in this video. This footage only shows Shaw holding a phone to his ear. And the police report never mentions that the officers found a gun. The documents state the suspect pulled away from officers when they tried to handcuff him. Then, the suspect started to swing his fist at Officer Brooks, striking him in the face.
Get out of my yard.
But it doesn't play out that way in this video. You can see the officer at a distance. Shaw is standing on his front porch. Seconds later, the video shows that officer running towards Shaw before the incident. There are several things not listed in the incident report that you could clearly see happened on video. First, the incident report never mentions that Mario Shaw was kicked, that he was hit in the head multiple times, or that he had several injuries. Memphis police chose not to speak to me on camera, but a spokesperson did answer a few of my questions by email. The statement reads in part, both officers completed the necessary use of force documentation following the event. The officers employed hard hand techniques and less lethal methods to safely take the suspect into custody. We filed an open records request to get a copy of those documents, but that request was denied. Also, the department would not confirm or deny that an officer bit Shaw.
Come on, get out! Get out on the ground!
Nearly 1 year after the incident, Shaw plans to sue the Memphis Police Department.
It destroyed my trust with Memphis Police Department.
He's also advocating for police reform in hopes of preventing another incident like this for him or anyone else.
Don't say you!
Thank God that my voice is finally getting heard, but I would like justice from the mistreatment that I received.
Come on, Jack!
Shouldn't nobody have to go through what I experienced.
The Memphis Police Department is standing by those officers, meaning that they are still on the streets and on patrol. In a statement, after reviewing the incident at the precinct level, it was determined that no disciplinary action was warranted. However, Mr. Shaw placed a telephone complaint with ISB, and the investigation into his allegations is ongoing. I have asked to see the body cam footage showing the arrest, but because Mario Shaw's complaint is still under review, the police department will not release those videos. Back to you.
See that shit? They beat him up, jumped him, tased him, and bit him. A grown man, a cop, biting another man. My thing is this, how did it have to come to that? Now this is an older dude. Now you can see he was upset when he was saying don't come there. Honestly, I would like to see the rest of the camera to where it took off. Because I'm going to tell you something. Memphis cops, I've seen this myself from being down there a few times. Will talk to you greasy. They won't let you walk up on them. Now, don't get me wrong. Memphis ain't no cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? With the crime and stuff, they get down for real out there. But these police be on a new level. They be, you know, people be saying they be doing the most. Yeah, they do be doing the most. They don't care. And them cops out there, for some reason, I don't know if it's because they got the backing of the top cop, CJ Davis or whatever, but they be on some new shit. And you see it. Everybody talks about it. But man, I mean, for that to be done, then he got a lawsuit. They not answering no question. Mum the word. They gonna probably have to come with a settlement. Because you locked the man up for a week, bit him, he got the bite marks to prove it. Man, come on, man. Come on, what are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? I don't even know how to call it on this. I don't, but I do know, you know, when you wear a uniform and, you know, you still a human being and you ain't going to put up with no crazy stuff. That's why I say I like to see the rest of the video of what set that cop off. Because if you look, that cop took a running start. So if they told me they think he had a weapon, they didn't have their weapons drawn. So that's a lie. I think it was a standoff and a pissing contest between two men. And the cop didn't like what he was saying. And the cop just rushed him. He didn't see that Ring doorbell there. Because if you notice, when the cop ran up on him, he was like, what you want to do? What's up now? What you want to do? It was like he wasn't even in uniform. And that's the shit. That's crazy. You got cops running around here supposedly arresting the thugs, but what do you do when the police are the thugs themselves? It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Being in jail for a week. Come on, man. Hell, they don't even make murderers stay that long sometimes. Either way, man, I hope, this works out for this young man. Oh, young man, like I'm older than him. This gentleman right here, because, I mean, they bit you, and then that punching them in the back of the head and all of this. Oh, they did no wrongdoing. They did forceful open hand strike. No, the fuck they didn't. They tried to knock him the fuck out. When I seen the police training video with the Tyree Nichols case, they ain't show nobody doing no shit like that. So where'd you get that training from? But it don't matter if they did go to court and was brought up on charges. They go get somebody from another county to come in that support the police and say they ain't do it any goddamn way. Go figure. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.